Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting together a scrapbook layout using this new Cape Cod paper collection. Let me bring in the sticker sheet. I'm bringing in this stamp set. This is called the Cape Cod Scrapbooking set. And anytime you see this little green image here, that means that there is a thin cut that matches. So the thin cut, it comes on this nice magnetic sheet already in the envelope. And so I wanted to show you this because these are nice size and it's got these nice titles. I love a stamp set that has nice titles that I can use on my scrapbook page. So this is very useful. I love this. And then I'm also going to be bringing in here the embellishments. So let me show you these in the catalog. The embellishment here, they come with acrylic shapes, coordinating craft, and white paperboard die cut. So you can see up here, oops, I got one that kind of fell off the page. Lots of nice, useful beach embellishments. So here's a look at those. And I've already punched a few of these out here, but this is the craft chipboard, and then you've got the white paperboard, but you can ink these up if you'd like. And then these are the fun acrylic shapes. So it's got some seashells, and then you can see, let me take these out so you can get a better look. Let me hold one of these up. So you can see here, that's a nice palm tree. And we've got some starfish, some seashells. There's some cute little birds. So these are definitely going to be fun to work with. All right, let me get this cleaned up and we will get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I do have my Versamat here, and that allows me to get everything lined up. And I am starting to build on a piece of periwinkle cardstock. These are the pictures that I want to scrapbook, and I have went ahead and matted them. I've matted them on a piece of white daisy cardstock, and then I have a piece of lagoon cardstock, and then just a little bit of the bluebird peeking out. Now, these pictures were so fun. This was my daughter and I when we went to the Bahamas a couple years ago, and we had went bike riding. We'd went on one of those excursions where we went bike riding, and then we finally ended up at the beach, and it was so fun. We thought we were never going to get to the beach. We kept riding past the beach, and they kept saying, okay, you will get to ride your bike there, and we didn't think it was ever going to happen. So this was just a really fun memory to document. So I thought this Cape Cod paper would be perfect to document this. So these are the pictures that I want to scrapbook, and I thought that bringing in this this paper, the wood grain, would look nice. So I think we're going to start there. So let me go ahead and get this adhered down. And off camera, I did go ahead and ink up the edges. Now let me give you the measurements for this one. This looks like it is 11 by 11. So with my Versamat here, this is easy to line up. So we got that all lined up. And then I think I want to bring in this this paper, which really doesn't have a direction. You can see that the anchors are kind of like upside down, and then you've got the umbrellas going upright, and then the pineapples going this way. So I'm okay with the anchors upside down. I'm not okay with the umbrella upside down. So that's how I chose the direction that this was going to go. So I think I'm going to have my my page going a little something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down. And off camera, again, I did go ahead and just tear a little piece of, I did ink the edges with a little bit of bluebird here. And then this is a piece of toffee. So I do have that already prepared just to speed things up a little bit. Oh, and let me give you the measurements for this. So this background piece is, let's see, that is about 3 3/4, and then you add the little strip, the border strip on there. So I'm gonna adhere this down, and I'm gonna put it about right at the 2 inches mark. And then we'll bring back in the photos. I think that looks good. So let me go ahead and adhere the photos down, and then we can start making some embellishments. All right. And so I want this probably about right here. Okay. And then I want to bring in an additional stamp set. I want to bring in this Beach Party Scrapbooking. And then there's this little beach towel down here, so I thought that would be fun. So I went ahead and stamped that. And I stamped that in the melon ink. And I went ahead and used the thin cut and got that cut out. So I know I want to use that on my layout just to brighten it up and give it a little color. So I think I'm going to bring this, these pictures down a little bit. I hope I can. Let's see. Because I do want to build some kind of embellishment cluster up there. And then I also want to bring in my all-time favorite. This is the Tags and Tabs thin cuts. And I went ahead and cut some tags. So I do have one of these out of this anchor paper. So I think this will give me a place to build a cluster up here. And then I've cut a circle, and I've used this stamp set, Swimming in the Sea, and I've stamped that on just a circle die, and I've stamped this with the Bluebird ink and then inked the edges in toffee. So I think I'm gonna put that over here. I think I'm gonna put this maybe up here. This will give it some color. Beach time. Then we'll have that tag up there. And then the You Can Find Me is also on the stamp set, and it's a separate die. So that's kind of fun. So maybe we'll put that like right here. And then off camera, I've stamped some melon flip-flops. Now that was in the Beach Party Scrapbooking stamp set, and that'll draw that melon color down. So we'll have that there. And then in the Cape Cod Scrapbooking stamp set, there is some seaweed. So I think it makes sense to maybe put some seaweed behind here. And you know what? We're probably gonna need to put some more seaweed maybe up here to build this cluster. So let me raise that up. And then I do have this little embellishment, and I think I maybe want this back here just to bring in some wood. And then I really want to use one of these anchors. So I'm thinking maybe just off to the side here. I'm not sure about that anchor, but I'm just gonna set it there. And I have another piece from the little embellishments, the embellishment pack, and maybe just have this up there. Now I need to start working on this cluster over here. But you know what? A while back, I was at a scrapbooking convention, and I got this, I don't know, like this rope. And I think that that would be fun across here. So let me just push this out of the way for a moment and just see what that would look like. Because I've always wanted to use it, and I think I could just glue this down and maybe just towards the bottom of my layout. And I might have to pop dot this up with some foam adhesive. And I think I can still use my little I think I can even still use this these little things and just build this up a little bit more, this cluster. There, I think I like that. And then we're gonna need to bring that seaweed down. So let me bring that seaweed down. And then maybe like a little starfish in here, kind of on the photo maybe, and in that. And I love these tabs, so I think this will kind of draw the melon across the page if I use this melon tab over here, and I can stamp the date. And from the sticker sheet, I can bring that melon over by using this Paradise Found. And then I really want to use this crab. So let me move this, let me see if we can make a crab. So I'm gonna get my block, and I wanna do a rock and roll technique. So I'm gonna grab my block and get this on here. And since it's a new stamp, I just wanna season it, which you can rub it on your arm, and we're just taking off the sticky factory. Let me set this layout off to the side for just a moment. I'm gonna use the foam that came with the stamp set. Let me get a piece of white daisy here. And I'm gonna do a rock and roll technique. So what I'm gonna do is when I think of these crabs, I always think that they have a little bit of blue on their, what do you call them, like their claws. So I wanna dip it in the melon ink, and then I wanna just roll it with a little bit of the blue. So when you do the rock and roll technique, I'm gonna put ink in the lightest color first, and then I'm just gonna try to get the edges in the blue. So I'm just rolling it very so slightly in the blue, and then stamping down and give it a good press. Give it a second to let the ink soak in. Press, press. Perfect. All right, so then let me get the thin cut out and get that cut out. All right, and the crab turned out perfect. And so then that's gonna give me that color, that peach color. Now I've got a triangle with all of my colors. Now I did go ahead and I did stamp out, or I did type my journaling into strips, and now I just need to get them in order because they have fallen out of order. But I am going to just place them on the layout like so, such as this. Now that one's upside down, that wouldn't be good. And I do have them out of order. So give me just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all adhered down and get my journaling glued down, and we'll be right back. Okay, I did go ahead and get everything added down. I did add these, I added this from the sticker sheet, and I did pop dot this up, and I did add the anchor, got my journaling glued down, and let me read it to you.
It says Freeport, the Bahamas. After riding 12 miles around the island, Tatum and I were super ready to relax on the beach. It was sort of like torture riding our bike up and down the beachfront while on the tour. We kept seeing the beach, only to keep wondering when were they going to allow us to go. We loved our bike ride, but I think we are both beach girls. So I just love this layout, and I love this paper pack. I have so many beach photos, and I think it's just perfect for summer. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did like it, please give me a like, and please subscribe for more crafting videos. I will have a link down below in the comment section, in the description box. Please leave me a comment.